It's a Yellow Magic production. Or should I say it's an Othello production or even a Corey production, because this is a game by Corey_Tunes called Othello. Does it have anything to do with a Shakespeare play? Not quite. Anyway, it's been a while, and I am back. Yes, I can hear you cheering right now. Yep, thank you very much. I just wanted to come back to this place because if you remember from the last video, there was a door which had a 4-key password, and in order to get the password you had to go all around this weird, fancy, futuristic dungeon and look at the giant monitors which had, you know, the clues on them. So I just, again, because I couldn't open the door before because I kind of forgot the numbers and everything, I went back, did all the backtracking, and I came back and I opened the door and I took a lift. Now I've taken the lift, I have opened the treasure chest, and boom, check this out. Check it out. That is a load of stuff. Stash. That's a good, cool stash. Yes. So yeah, that's essentially where I left things. Meanwhile, there's also this crystal, which I have no idea what to do with. I'm presuming nothing. Anyway, I'm just trying to remember where we had to go before. I remember things went a bit downhill once we entered this futuristic thing, but we got a new member to our team, a very aptly named Min, who just happens to be a robot blue mage or something of the sort. So it should be interesting to see where this game goes, going forwards. Yeah, I use going forwards in everyday conversation now, bite me. The bad news is I'm trying to remember where I had to go now and I don't quite remember, so I'll figure it out eventually. And that's always a good idea. The thing is, when I play this game, like, after every week, it becomes tough to remember where I am. Like watching a TV show, right? It's always difficult to remember where you're supposed to be. If you watch like an anime or something that only updates every week, I mean, I'm always lost, personally, especially when there are no recaps or anything. So, did you see me jump over that rock just now? Luckily enough, this is where I was supposed to be. And story. So I could just shut up and drink some tea. Spelt with an A, my friend. Learn to spell, soldier. Excellent treatment of woman, as always. Yeah, Peyton is the thief who stole some betel nuts for us and somehow convinced us to go along with her on the journey. And Min is here because, well, read it for yourself. Yeah, those two lines, those two paragraphs right there just summarize the plot development of these characters so far. And there's the third. Fourth. Alright. Okay. Min is my boss, you're your own boss, so Min is self-employed. Oh, you can appreciate that. Startup. Well, I was quite a relief that we found where we had to go. I just kept going east. Unfortunately, there's a bit of lag. Interesting. I wonder if it's just my MacBook. Because I am running Windows 8.1 on a MacBook, which probably doesn't help matters when I think about it. No, I think it's just general lag, actually. Should be able to handle RPG Maker VX or VX or whatever. It's VX isn't it? It is a VX game. That makes me want to talk to him even more. Adul. Yeah, he's kind of full of it. Ouch. Rejected. Don't worry, my friend, I know how that feels. That is not something I want to admit on a Let's Play. But it happened not too long ago. I'm not sore about it. I hate butterflies too, incidentally. I mean, there's always this, oh yeah, it's so beautiful and stuff, but bit of an annoyance, really. Especially when you're just walking down the park and bam, the butterfly hits you in the face. Worst thing ever. Finta. That's a nice face set. I do like the art. Like, I think I mentioned this in the first one, but I do really like these face sets. I don't know what the hell kind of meditation is that, but I'll leave you to it. Oh, I'm trying to remember if this game allowed me to explore wardrobes and stuff like that for hidden items, because hidden items are all the rage up in this bitch. Oops, I swore. Sorry. I'm trying to swear less these days. Your brother's a boss, Samson. Fine bunch of carrots you got there, by the way. Okay. I'm definitely not going to be checking out Definitely Not Jesus' house. Humble, aren't we? What the fuck? Did not expect. Of course the last Airbender's Jesus. This is about as deep as this dialogue gets in regards to treatment of women. I'm sorry, it's kind of getting to me. Even I'm offended now, man. That's how you know you've got to touch nerves. Like, wow. Actually, wow. I'm assuming I have to get to that big ass building? Castle? I do wish we could do something about this lag. I mean, I'm assuming that Corey probably either knows about it and is actively working to fix it, or it's just a device issue. I don't like the way you look. That's a very nice and kind looking elder. I'm sure he has his best wishes for everyone. Nah. Been there, done that. That last one kind of pales in comparison. Hey! Hey! Oh! What? This guy is very respectable though, clearly. My god, this game. I'm not sure what to make of the dialogue at this point, because I have played quite a bit of the game and I am getting this realization that maybe, just maybe, it doesn't take itself too seriously, and as such, maybe I'm playing something that's a bit too much of a comedy game for my tastes, and isn't something I always find funny. So whether I continue playing this game beyond like a couple of hours more, unfortunately that remains to be seen. I can't make any promises, and I can only hope that the game is a couple of hours long from this point. And going forwards, I am going to keep track of how much time I am spending on this, because I do have like 7 other games in my backlog, unfortunately. For Let's Playing even, I'm not just talking about like MGS5 or anything. In the bathroom? Oh. Okay, I got the wrong idea, so you're just a prostitute, no big deal. Right. What recipe books do I have? A book that contains recipes for crafting ingredients. So you get some ingredients and you combine them to make more ingredients. Sounds legit. That said, oh, I have nowhere near enough money though. So I'm probably just gonna forget that and try to buy a few more potions. Which unfortunately they don't have. Oh wait. Yeah, that's not a weapon and armor, buddy. Alright. That is not weapon and armor. I have very little money for any of this stuff. Someone can definitely use a holy shirt. Should I give that to Peyton or Min? I can't do both. A defense up is just a defense up. Exactly, it says on tin, go figure. I think I'll just buy a holy shirt. Yeah, I don't know why I made it sound like a horse right now. What I will say is that this is as good a time as any to say, if you ever have any comments or critique, you know where to find me. You can go on the RC channel, irc.dynasty.net is the server name. The channel is #RPGmaker.net. Alternatively, you can find me in the Slack group. I will put details of the Slack group in the description of this video. And finally, you can also find me on Twitter, where I am at Yellow Magic. Without a W. No spaces. I'm just going to press ahead because I'm not really liking the NPC dialogue all that much at this point. It is really seeming to me like it's the same points being made again and again. I mean, even if you're going for a more comedic tone, I think there are ways in which you could vary this up. Like, I'm sure there is more to Othello than being a bit of a snark whose dad hates her, and as a result she's kind of snarky, but at the same time maybe she does realise, okay, maybe that is kind of a bit of character development right there. Huh. I don't know, I guess it depends on how you look at it. Are you getting away from me? Whoa, slow down. Aw. Right. I'm actually trying to jump, and I'm having no luck. Wow, it was very literal when it said you can't play this. Sigh. It would have been very neat if I could have, and if there was a hint subtly placed elsewhere. No. No, this isn't Pokemon, I don't need a mystery base. She might be in the temple, right? Nope. Blah blah blah. Let's play a drinking game. Let's see how long it takes for this NPC to mention how much women suck. I will give it... my bet's on two more message boxes. Ah, I lose. I lose. One NPC who didn't mention how much women suck. The in-laws are coming, the in-laws are coming. Nope, they didn't mention hating women either. Let's have a count. So far it's been 3 NPCs who are not misogynistic. I am suddenly in a dungeon. For no real reason. There's a ninja for no real reason. Can I be bothered with this little side quest? The answer is no. Sorry. Because I doubt the last thing anyone watching this LP is going to want to see would be me just going around catching friggin' butterflies. So no offense, but it's not going to happen in this Let's Play. And I'm not quite sure if I'm supposed to go in that cave. I'm just having another brief look around. Yeah, I'm just going for it at this point. And if it turns out that I have to enter this cave at a later date, then, well, I will. So yeah, my feelings about this game are getting a bit more divided, unfortunately. One thing is that I'm glad I've got back to battling, because at the end of the day, a game is about gaming, you know what I mean? Like, it's not all about the story, it's not all about the characters. There's a real need for a game like this one, definitely, to excel in some way in terms of the battle system, and I guess to a certain extent there are a few things that are at least, you know, fairly unique about this one. Such as, I guess, not having default attack options is good. I always appreciate that. I have done that in the past myself, so extra points there, obviously. But yeah, I mean, like I said before, I will continue playing for another at least couple of hours or so. I think I've gone up to about 2 hours. One thing I am keeping an eye on is how many skills I can learn. I'm basically trying to learn as many skills as I can, and so far, because there's been a fairly decent variety in enemies, I found that I've been able to learn quite a few different skills. So these thunder and fire ones are pretty cool because they're 2 different elemental spells, but they don't cost any MP. So that's very interesting. What does that skill do, elemental weakness? I'm guessing it casts an elemental weakness. By the way, was there any explanation for why I had to be in this cave and why I'm fighting these soldiers? Because I can't remember it. Oh yeah, not to mention the other really good thing about this game, save anywhere. Which I'm probably going to need at some point. This could be a very long battle, by the way, and it's just a random encounter, which is a bit troubling. I'm gonna pick on that. One thing I would like is that maybe I've been missing anything, but Corey, if you have actually been watching this Let's Play, if you just let me know every now and then that you are in fact keeping track of this Let's Play, because at the end of the day, this really is about the person the person whose game I'm playing more than anyone else, right? So, while I am posting these on YouTube as I go along, ultimately, it is the game developer who is looking for feedback on the game and just wanting to watch someone else play the game, which is the main reason that I am making these Let's Plays in the first place. So, yeah, Corey, if you're around, just give me a shout out. You know, you can say something along the lines of even, you know, this game stinks. I mean, your Let's Play stinks. You don't have to say this game stinks. You don't have to talk badly about your own game ever. Don't do that, but yeah, a shout out would be good of some sort, like comment on YouTube or something like that. What else can I talk about? Oh, I know. So one game that I have been playing a bit of in the past is I don't want to die. I do not want to die, so I'm gonna have to heal, because I'm being very careless right now. Oh, phew. I just about survived that one. Yeah, something might have happened. I might have almost died. The other good thing about this game, which at least I appreciate, is that everyone gets healed after a battle. Another very good thing. Oh cool, so it's just a puzzle. I should be able to solve this. This doesn't seem like a very complicated one. I think the idea is that I'm supposed to be able to jump. Yes, I knew. Hot dang! I did forget. Don't want to fight you right now. I've got a chest to get. Aha! You haven't fooled me. What are those for again? I guess it's for crafting, so I should be able to craft something pretty cool at this point. I think that's the problem. I think one of the problems right now is that I'm not doing enough crafting. So, for example, I should be able to make a metal shield. Yep. So red means that I do have enough. So the number on the left... Hold on. The number on the left is the amount I have, the number on the right is the amount I need. It took me a while to figure that out, but I finally have done it. I mean, it was a bit confusing because it was green. I mean, it was red instead of green, so personally, I would flip the colors the other way around. I think so. I would flip the colors the other way around. That's just my opinion. And I would also equip a shield. Yes, okay, we are in it to win it now. Because if I give this to Peyton... I can't give this to Min, but if I give this to Peyton now... Her defense is pretty solid. And I think we'll be able to withstand a lot more damage going forwards. I said it again. I keep saying going forwards. Somebody stop me. What else can I craft? Just do this quickly. DD weapon for anyone? I don't think I need that for. Strong wood? Tempting. Yeah, I think Min could use that. It is so great I figured out the color coding there. Shit. In what universe is a button a better armor than a better shield than a strong wood? Well, don't answer that. I'm sure someone's wood could be pretty strong and give them plenty of defense, and I just made a horrible innuendo there, I'm sorry. In the meantime, we have new enemies who I want to learn skills from, and oops, I forgot. I can attack and steal at the same time, so... And I can also learn skills. I just realized thievery is spelled incorrectly as well. Hate to be that guy. Did I steal anything, by the way? I wasn't paying attention. No matter. Now I just had to figure out the elemental weakness. That's one thing I'd appreciate being able to do, figure out the elemental weaknesses with a scan ability or something like that, as opposed to trial and error. Especially because in this game, MP is pretty much a precious resource, right? You can't use the same skills again and again and like 5 times in a row and get away with it. No, you have to recharge your MP. So as a result, I'm unable to kind of spam different magic attacks just to see what sticks, if you know what I mean. So, yeah, the scan ability would also have been appreciated. Hey, okay, I figured out what item I get. Another thing I do want to say though is that was very quick. So if anyone realized that I picked up a samurai helmet, good on you, because that was very hard for even me to see. So I think even the text could be slowed down a bit. And I don't think that'd be too hard to do in order to make the VX ace. I don't know why I did that. I did not need to do that. I absolutely did not need to do that. And I really wish I'd figured out a weakness by now. Maybe I have and I just haven't been paying attention. No matter. So far the balance has been good. I was just being a bit careless in that battle with the 4 soldiers. 2 generals, 2 soldiers, something like that. That was quite careless. Anyway, while I've been playing this game, I might as well talk about another game I've been playing because I'm running out of things to say. So, Tales of Xillia 2. Holy crap, look at that. 45, that is plus 50%, that's ridiculous. Well, plus 45%, but still ridiculous. Oh. And why haven't I equipped that? Anyway, before I so stupidly forgot to check my equipment before, let's talk about Tales of Xillia 2. So what I like about that game is that it is really open-ended. I mean, I guess really, in a sense, it's a fan service game. Because a lot of characters of Tales of Xillia come back in Tales of Xillia 2. No, that isn't a spoiler, don't even begin to say that. So essentially it's a fan service game where you go through like many of the same locales as Tales of Xillia 1. And in addition to being able to do that, you do that in more of a free-roaming manner. So wherever you take the game really is up to you. So there is quite a bit in terms of side quests and the like, but really you kind of control when exactly you go to which side quests. Certain side quests will unlock at certain times, like the ones more focused on characters, for example. They will unlock based on after certain main missions, but then you can do them like any order you like once they're unlocked. So that's actually really appreciated for me. And also, there's this very interesting mechanic in Tales of Xillia 2 where basically the main character gets into a load of debt somehow. We're talking like 20 million Gald, I think the currency is, right? So it's a stupid amount, and in the nod to, I guess, No More Heroes, you have to do essentially dumb RPG quests to get that money back and pay off your debt so that the story can advance. And this is a mechanic that's gained a lot of controversy, needless to say, but it is something that I can appreciate just in the sense of the idea. I don't think the idea is that well executed, and at times I do get a bit annoyed, but to be honest, this is something that you can circumvent to a large amount by doing what are called like the extra monster battles. So they're kind of like optional bosses really, and when you beat them and you report back to the quest, the job board I think it's called, you get quite a bit of gold as a result of that. So really you're looking at doing a couple of main quests, a main quest at a time, then a couple of side quests, and then you can do one or two optional boss battles, which are actually really fun, by the way. And then you can get by without having to do too much of the menial quests. So I think as long as you're good at RPG battles, you can have a really good time with Tales of Xillia 2, so I would definitely recommend anyone to play it. That said, you're probably better off playing Tales of Xillia 1 to begin with, rather than going straight for Tales of Xillia 2. That is my honest opinion. I'm just going to skip from this battle now because I'm not doing very well. So yeah, check out Tales of Xillia. Tales games get a lot of flack for being, you know, cheesy and stuff like that, but I think really it's kind of unwarranted to an extent, if you ask me. I don't think I can advance at this point, which is a bit curious. No, I don't believe I can. What am I supposed to do at this point? I'm not smart enough to figure this out. Apparently I can jump through pillars, which is pretty neat, but doesn't make sense. So, Corey, if you're watching, then I want to make note of that, at any rate. You're also going to want to turn down the number of random encounters, because these are actually pretty long now. They're not that straightforward. Although I guess really I could be paying a lot more attention than I am now to the battles. And I probably shouldn't be escaping that much because my party members do need to get better. I don't believe I can open this door, can I? Can I have a try? I don't want to beat the same enemy again. If there's another enemy later, I'm going to try fighting them. Whoa, I'm not controlling it. Hey! Found her. I guess this is where we unlock her unlocking skill. See what I did there? Yeah, that's always good. Aw. Hey-o. Incredible dialogue there. Surely groundbreaking. That's not how you spell Q. Not in that sense, anyway. Not, I believe not. Cool, so what exactly are we doing now? I see. Waters can be thrown over obstacles and walls. Keep in mind that not all. I see, so that is basically what I needed that for. The only question is, who equips it? Can I equip it? I can equip things to my new character, which is always helpful. But yeah, what is this item again? It's a Gauntlet of Strength. You press Enter. So you press the Enter key, pick up and throw boulders. Nice and straightforward. I can do that. And now, even better, let's try out Claire. Our damsel in distress who's a damsel no longer. No, I've learned everything I can from these guys, so... Right. So here's the deal. We finally have a dedicated healer. Thank Christ. We definitely needed one at this point. Especially as the game isn't as easy as it was in the beginning. So that is very, very, very much appreciated at this juncture. What I want to see though is Summon. That is a sick face set again. Absolutely sick. And I can't wait to find out what it does. Absolutely cannot wait. Oh wow, okay, so instead of taking up... instead of becoming substitute for the enemy party like it would be in like Final Fantasy X, apparently... Oh, by the way, that's a very useful skill. The only thing is, why the fuck isn't 99% and not 100%? Are you taking the mic? But, yeah. Anyway, apart from that, I was saying, it's really interesting that we gained a new member to our team like that. And I don't know what happens if I try to... No, I can't select it again. That's fair enough. I guess at this point all Claire can do is guard. That's actually... Heal 1. So that will always be able to heal. Again, very much appreciated. So we have a white mage type who can't really do anything other than be a white mage and summon monsters, which is pretty solid mechanics if you ask me. Really appreciate it. So we see that Talon is a bit of a specialist in defense breaks, which can also unsummon itself. I don't think there are a lot of better words you could use than unsummon, dude. I'm just saying. I am just saying. And that did quite a bit of I don't even remember. Oh, that did quite a bit of damage as well. So I mean, at this point, it's really hard to see me getting into any difficulty even in this stage of the game, because I feel ridiculously overpowered at this point, but in a good way for now. I mean, if the game gets more difficult later on, then that's probably for the best. But for now, I'm just going to enjoy beating up everything. Because every now and then you want to be able to beat up everything. Which is another good thing about Tales of Xillia 2, by the way. It's actually not that difficult a game. I'm actually playing on moderate mode instead of medium mode, or normal mode, or whatever it's called, because it is that easy. I never really do that. I always usually play on the medium setting, but Tales of Xillia 2? Nope. Naturally, that makes the boss battles very interesting. And it's basically just a war of attrition where I try to get their HP as low as I can while keeping my HP up for a stupid number of items. So it's not really a case of being challenging as much as just shifting the whole HP meters back and forth. So make of that what you will, but it's still a lot of fun. It gets really hectic, the boss battles. Anyway, enough about that game and more about this game and how its battle system is probably going to keep me playing for a while. Right. So that did not do what I intended it to do. I'll try that again. And I really like how I can balance boulders on my head, by the way. I can't... Yeah, that wasn't gonna work anytime soon, was it? Fuck it. You take a fucking boulder. Very interesting dynamic there, being able to throw boulders around. You didn't think that'd be in addition to just moving boulders around, you know, by pushing them or pulling them. So that's quite interesting. Technique. Guard. I'm so tempted to just toss my gold at some point, but I know I can't do that. The awkward point in time where I just literally have nothing else to say. So I think I'm probably going to have to call it quits after this battle. Hopefully next time when I get back I'm a bit more talkative. It's not that there aren't many things to say, it's just that I think I've aired a lot of my concerns already. So for example, the dialogue is starting to get to me, and the absence of any real plot as well. So far I really have just been trudging along, and I guess really what this game is to me at this point in time, it's just that the story seems like a vehicle, right? Just a vehicle to move the battle system across. And the battle system so far has been pretty good. I would say the battle balance is largely on point. I mean, like for example, even the boss battle that I was in before, it wasn't that easy, and I did lose. I think I lost by the skin of my teeth, but I did actually lose. So I can't fault this game for battle balance, at least not yet. So that is something that is very good. And as a result, I can't outright say, you know, this game sucks, I want my money back, you know? So credit where credit's due, is what I'm trying to say. Having said that, I do wish there was more to say in this game for all the characters right now than, yeah, I hate women, I'm a robot, and I'm a thief who's also a lesbian, which is okay, that's a good thing, but you know, there can be more depth to the characters than that, even if it's a comedy game. I don't think comedy games are necessarily immune to characters. Which reminds me, actually, again, another thing about Tales of Xillia 2, it is, I can't believe I'm saying this about a Tales of game, but it is actually one of the funniest it's one of the funniest RPGs I've ever played. It has a serious understanding of what comprises banter, right? It is the ultimate banter JRPG, and it's really weird that I actually laugh at its humor, because Tales of games are made fun of for just being very generic fantasy stuff. So anyone in the RPG Maker community might be familiar with someone called Chefboy RD, who was pretty popular back in like the gaming world days, especially with the game studio that I guess he kind of co-founded with a few other members of Gaming World. It was called Tales of Games Studios, but it had like an apostrophe as a joke and everything. It was kind of funny, and they made the hit RPG Maker game Barkley, Shut Up and Jam, Guided. Just saying that makes me laugh. And it is absolutely the most bizarre game, but it absolutely has to be played by anyone who wants anything to do with the RPG Maker community. I mean RPG community, because it was remade in Game Maker, but it still is an RPG, and as such it is popular in RPG circles. Yeah, and that just is one of the funniest games ever, and it takes the mick out of, take the mick meaning makes fun of, by the way. It makes fun of Tales of games a lot for, you know, being kind of formulaic and stuff, but having actually started to play a lot of these Tales of games now, so I played Tales of the Abyss, I played Tales of Xillia, and now making my progress through Tales of Xillia 2, I'm actually realizing that there's actually quite a bit of depth to these games, even in terms of like humor, and I just can't begin to describe half of the jokes that go on. And yeah, if you're interested in a funny game, even if it's not necessarily a comedy game by definition, then you absolutely have to play Tales of Xillia 2, in my opinion. I really can't believe I'm bigging up a Tales of game like this, but it's true. I'm 23 years old now. I can't pretend to be cool in my choice of video games and stuff. I appreciate good games for being good games, no matter what their settings, and no matter how, even to a certain extent, how cheesy they get. It is to a certain extent bearable if you're definitely a funny game with lots of good battling. Anyway, enough about Tales of Xillia 2, and unfortunately, enough about Othello. So yeah, I've heard a lot of my concerns now, but the good news is I feel motivated to continue with this game. So until next time, this is Yellow Magic signing off. See you, thank you, and good night.